Living Local Carolina with Katie Turner. Local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is Living Local Carolina.
Well, guys, welcome to the Rice Museum here in Georgetown. I'm joined by James, who is the director here. You're going to tell me all about it.
I'm going to tell you all about the Rice Museum. Now, what would you like to do first?
Well, first, I think we should start with where you guys are located. Obviously here in Georgetown, but this is a historic site, right?
It's historic, and we're at 633 Front Street in Georgetown, South Carolina. And you go to the 4-story clock tower in the middle of town, and that is one of our buildings. And then the building next door is the second building, often called the Kaminsky Hardware Store.
And there's a treasure trove of stuff here. I mean, really.
Well, it's more than just stuff. We have all kinds of things going on, from historical displays to our museum shop and our gallery. I would like to invite everyone to come. And we're standing in front of the Browns Ferry vessel. This is our major display here at the Rice Museum. The vessel itself dates to approximately 1730. It's the oldest vessel of colonial manufacture ever discovered in America. And it was made out of native materials, pine, live oak, and cypress. And it was on its way up the Black River and sank at a place called Browns Ferry, oddly enough. And it was carrying a load of 7,000 brick. And the historians speculate that it was attacked by Indians and burned and sank. And because it had all the load of bricks, it was very heavy. And there are burn marks on one side of the vessel that indicate there was some kind of a fire.
I see.
And this is 1730. We didn't have CNN. We didn't have newspapers, and so we have to conjecture why it sank.
Of course. It's so incredible to be able to actually
great?
see it in person. It is absolutely huge. And you were even telling me again about the different types of wood that they were using, what was around our area. It's really cool to see that construction. And this was found in the 70s?
1976. I was there when they pulled it up out of the river.
Wow.
And that was 49 years ago, which corresponds exactly to the time I came to be the director of the Rice Museum.
Really?
I know you think he's so young looking, but 49 years ago.
You became the director 49 years ago?
Of course, I was only 5 years old.
You were grandfathered in, maybe?
I was a grandfather, even then.
I see. So, well, tell me, what was the purpose of the Rice Museum in its beginning?
The Rice Museum was opened in 1970 as part of the tricentennial celebration of South Carolina.
Okay, cool.
And we were then only in the clock tower. We were 750 square feet, telling the history of rice agriculture in our county, which was a major crop. It made South Carolina the second richest state in the Union after Massachusetts, and it made the planters along the Waccamaw River the richest people in the country.
Va-va-boom.
Yes. But it was heavily dependent on slave labor, and the African American slaves, enslaved Africans, had the technology from Africa for growing rice. So it was their technology that made rice growing a success.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina. This story is sponsored by Plexiderm.
All right, everyone. I have my friend Annette back in the studio today. We're going to talk about Plexiderm skincare. It's one of our favorite things to talk about.
It is absolutely my favorite thing to talk about. Thank God for Plexiderm. It really turns back the clock, makes you feel like your best self. So many people in my family use this product because it's simple, easy, and effective. And what we're looking at here are before and afters and the dramatic results you can expect to see when you use Plexiderm. Not only makes you look more refreshed, but it's a confidence booster, Katie, because let's face it, when you look good, you feel good. And this is Samantha. She started at a very young age with the puffiness, the dark circles. And this just goes to show you at the first signs of aging, you can benefit from using Plexiderm. It makes you look more refreshed, more youthful, like you had the best sleep of your life. Finally, a product that works as advertised.
I love it. And of course, it works on different areas of the face too. It's not just for the forehead or around the eyes. You can use it kind of everywhere.
Yes, everywhere, even the chin, mouth, and neck area. How many times have you seen somebody that you look at their face, it looks youthful, but the neck really ages us? The good news is Plexiderm works there too. I also have very sensitive skin. It has never bothered me once because they take silicates from this shale clay right there. And what it does is it creates an invisible layer that tightens and smooths the skin right before your eyes. If you've never used it, you need to watch it happen for the first time. And it is quick, easy, and lasts up to 10 hours as long as you don't get it wet.
And I know people are probably wondering how long it takes for the effects to happen, in your morning routine.
Yes, so you're gonna apply it on a clean, dry face. And again, you're gonna wait the full 10 minutes. That's how you get the maximum results. Even though with me, it always happens in under 5. Make sure your face is clean and dry. A little goes a long way, a pearl size amount. You're gonna apply it to the target areas. I use it for my dark circles, my deep set forehead lines, and then that's it. You can have some me time or take a before and after picture. It is unbelievable. I always call it my Plexiderm dance or the rise, Plexiderm and shine, because that's exactly what you do when you see these results happening.
And now guys need to listen up too, because this is not just for the ladies. Guys use Plexiderm all the time.
Absolutely. Guys love this product because it goes on clear, completely natural finish. They love it. And let's face it, they want to look good and feel good too. My husband uses it, my uncles, my dad. This product is for men and women.
All right. Well, I know people are probably wanting to know about the deals. Plexiderm always has a great deal going on. But what's going on right now?
Yes, we have a deal for the viewers. It's a 6-day, 6-application trial pack, $14.95, free shipping, 30-day money-back guarantee. That is how confident we are that you are going to love this product. Turn back the clock, look more youthful, and still look like yourself. That is the best part. And Katie, I have one little story I'd love to share. I have a friend that's in her 40s that has been taking care of her mom with dementia. She called me and said, Annette, will this work? I look like I've aged years. I said, of course it will. I told her how to use it. She called me back crying, saying, I feel back to my normal self. Because let's face it, when you look it on the outside, it makes you feel good on the inside. And that's exactly what Plexiderm does. And if you want to give it a try, all you have to do is call 1-800-975-8083, turn back the clock, and just shine with Plexiderm and boost your confidence.
This story is sponsored by Plexiderm.
I am so excited to be in the kitchen today with David Peterson from Peterson's world famous hot dogs and sausage dogs.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
All
I'm
right.
glad to be here.
I'm so excited that you're here. You've got a nicely dressed hot dog here.
Thank you so
and then
much.
we have one that does not have all the fixins quite yet. But while you're fixing this up, why don't you tell me a little bit about why you started this business and how you got to where you are today?
Well, the reason why I started this business is because my grandmother, she actually ran a hot dog stand in New York City.
Really?
Yes, and she had people line up all around the block. So I decided, why not start a hot dog stand in South Carolina?
Yeah.
So when I graduated school, my parents, they invested into a hot dog cart, and I got all the licensing, the permits, and everything that you have to do when you start a food business, and it was all up from there. And then I just kept going with it.
All right, so how often are you at your hot dog cart and where can people find it?
Well, we there for at least about 6 days a week. We pretty much take Sundays off, but we set up Sundays sometime. But they can find us on Irby Street, right at by the Planet Fitness, and the tobacco market is where we set up at, right on the grass platform. That's where we set up at. So you can find us there 6 days a week.
All right, well, why don't you go ahead and tell me what you're going to be putting on here.
All right, first we're going to put some of this world famous hot dog chili, and this is the best chili that you'll ever taste ever in your life. So we're going to start out with that. We're going to put the chili on that hot dog. You got to put the bedding on it. This is the bedding for the hot dog.
What do you say to people that just want a plain hot dog?
Just want a plain hot dog? I say you just want a plain hot dog. You don't want something that's good on world famous chili?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Come on now.
You got to dress it up.
Then you're gonna put this ketchup. Got to have that ketchup.
Ready
Got to
ketchup,
have it.
Mustard.
Then you're gonna put mustard. Some people just like a line. Let's do a little line of mustard.
Yeah.
All right. Then you got to have them onions. Sometimes when I ask people, they say, "Do you want an onion?" They're like, "Yeah, I want some onion." I'm like, "Okay, relax, calm down, calm down. We're gonna put some onions on there for you."
Perfect.
So you got to have onions. Got to put the onions on.
Beautiful.
And that's how you make a perfect hot dog.
As simple as that.
Simple as that, simple as that. And
All
it tastes
right.
delicious. The flavor is out of this world.
I love it. Well, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us today again on Living Local Carolina. Today, I am joined by truly the expert when it comes to washing, waxing, the long list of things you have to do to take care of your car and make it look beautiful. Everett, thanks for being with me today.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, you are from Looking Good Auto Detailing. You are the owner of this company.
I am.
Give me a little backstory on how you got to be the owner.
So when I came to Coastal, I'm a Coastal alum, by the way. When I came to Coastal in 2012, there wasn't a detailing facility. Like there were a bunch of car washes, but there wasn't a detailing facility. So I struggled to find a detailing facility. So fast forward to 2016, I moved to a house and I just started tinkering with detailing at the house, and then I got good at it. Well, I've always been good at it, but from a business
caught the
standpoint,
bug though.
Yeah, you
You
know what
were
I'm saying?
like, this is something that I really, really like.
So the hobby then it was a hobby, then it turned into a passion, and then I had a kid on the way, and then so I'm like, all right, I gotta do something. So my last semester at Coastal was when I actually started my business, and then it took off from there.
It really has taken off since then, because now you're making social media content, you're able to share kind of a little behind the scenes on what you do, because I think a lot of people drop their car off
And they go.
and they go.
They pick it up. They pick it up. They're happy.
It looks great, but you get to show like a piece of what you're actually doing.
Right, the process.
What's that like?
Hectic.
Yeah.
Trying to work and record, and it's been a long journey when it comes to making content.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't start out making content because I was more so focused on these clients' cars. I didn't want to take up the time, and more time, more money, and it's like, it took 4 hours on my car, but 2 hours of it was shooting content.
Yeah.
So
you're weighing the options
right,
here,
you know. But it's also important to kind of show people like to know what's going on behind the scenes. So when I figured out it was important to show people that, I'm just like, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah. So what does a typical day look like for you?
It depends. So I have a team at my shop in Conway, and then we also do mobile as well. So it really just depends on what's on the schedule.
All right. Well, if somebody is interested in learning a little bit more or taking their car to see if you can detail it, where can they find you?
LookingGoodAuto.com, Instagram, Looking Good Auto Detailing, and Facebook as well, Looking Good Auto Detailing.
We'll be back right after this break with more Living Local Carolina.
Great to be here with you today and share something that is very important to us, and that's Project Golf. I'm Gary Shaw, and I want to share with you some enthusiasm I've got for the program since I was here with it when it started in 2018. We were a nonprofit given birth by our parent company, Golf Tourism Solutions, which has been driving golf in Myrtle Beach for 5 or 6 decades. And they looked up a couple of years ago and said, we are bringing a lot of people into Myrtle Beach. We call ourselves the golf capital of the world. From the Rust Belt all the way up into New England, out west, people are coming to Myrtle Beach. But they said, just a minute, we've kind of ignored this exploding metropolis of Myrtle Beach of residents, locals. So they said, why don't we let's find somebody that can run this nonprofit. We want to bring the game to our disabled veterans, our underserved youth, and the beginners. So we'll grow the game. And we'll take the game to these golfers. We'll try to remove barriers that are in the way of their playing. And the biggest one was access and instruction. So we started with our beginners, and then we morphed into working with a disabled veteran under a program subsidized by the PGA of America called PGA Hope. Hope is an acronym standing for Helping Our Patriots Everywhere. I was asked to start it up because I somewhat fit the mold. I'm a veteran and a PGA member, and I served as the PGA's president for a term back in the 90s. So we got started off, and we found out the VA was very cooperative. They were pipelining all the veterans to us, and in no time at all, our classes became full. We can teach about 20, 22 veterans at a time, men and women, all with disabilities, some passive, some very visible. And we feel like we're doing some good, and we're getting these veterans back into society, and they're doing a good job of engaging with other veterans to play golf. And we're finding the same thing with the beginners. And we haven't quite developed a full-fledged junior program, but we know that's going to be the case, where we'll remove barriers to their getting into the game. And the PGA told us when we started PGA Hope, if you're anything like the other chapters around the country, you're going to save lives. And I thought to myself, as the executive director, that's a bit of a stretch. How do you save lives through golf? And after these 5 years now, Angel and I will agree that we are saving lives. We hear it from the veterans, we hear it from the veteran spouse, and we hear it from the veteran's family. So it's a great program. They're telling us how much at the end of the classes when they graduate after 6 weeks, what value it has to them, and that value is engagement with family and community. So we feel real good about it. And I would throw in on the statistics, the metrics from the PGA of America is that there are about 160 chapters in the country, and the Carolinas leads the country in registrations and graduations, and Myrtle Beach leads the Carolinas. So we're real happy about the visibility we've received. And as a nonprofit, of course, our goal is to seek funding. So that's our next real initiative, is to turn up the heat on getting donations.
So as Gary was saying, the impact that we're making on our community is huge. We're creating a community of golfers, and our golfers are overcoming obstacles, improving their social, mental, and physical well-being. You know, with 22 veterans committing suicide each day, golf has changed their life, and in some cases, it's saved their lives. You know, some of them struggle 7 days a week, but for those 2 hours a day, they're coming out here and they're not thinking about those struggles. And because we're helping them with their abilities, and they're forgetting about their disabilities. And so if you guys would like to help us, please visit us at projectgolf.org and learn a little bit more about what we do and how you can support.
Don't forget to like our page on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. How to use the QR code. Just open the camera app on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet. Point your device at the QR code so the QR code appears on your screen. Your device will recognize the QR code and show you a notification. Click that notification and you'll come to our website. Living Local Carolina, weekday mornings at 9:30 on WBTW News 13.